got me creeping, but I got a feeling. Oh yeah.
Over the last while now, we've really seen a number of people succeed from the city of Ottawa. Of course, we've seen some awesome people in the city, seeing Sherrod, Baltimore, Coach Guillaume in the last parts of this documentary. It's really been a great learning experience over the last while to really see the community and the culture that's being built here in the city of Ottawa on the football standpoint. We see these guys succeeding on the football field, and it's really great to see. And when they do come back for the off season, and when they graduate from university, or maybe they're retired from the game of football, they always give back to the community. It's really great to see all these guys giving back. You see Sherrod Baltimore, a professional athlete. He might not be from the city of Ottawa, but he's really giving back to the city of Ottawa, where he's being a CFL player right now with the Ottawa Red Blacks. And you see Alex Mateus, a kid from Ottawa, who's at the CFL stage as well. All these professional athletes giving back, as well as guys that have been through the system. I know Coach Guillaume has really taught his players that football is a life. It's a culture, it's a community, and you have to give back to that community when you've succeeded. You have to give back to it. And that's one thing that I've really seen while I've been able to get to know Coach Jean. I've seen guys like Willie Pierre DeBongi, as well as Catley Joseph. Those are two main guys in the city of Ottawa that have really gone through the system. They're playing university football right now. One's at Ottawa U and one's at University of Maine. And just seeing the success that they've gone through, they really know the process, and they really like to give back to the city of Ottawa. They know that Coach Jean has helped them so much through their journeys, and I think that the amount of people that are giving back to not only Coach Jean but the city of Ottawa, that's given so much to them over the journey that they've gone through. It's really great to see. I know over the last while there's been guys succeeding, and I think it's about time that we see the success in the community and the culture of not only football but the life culture, the life community that is really being built through the game of football, because football is more than just a game, it's a family.
They don't understand me. I come from the trenches where you gotta keep it low key. They can't understand me. I don't trust nobody, gotta watch how you approach me. I just wanna bar, see my mama coolin' with the stars. Play Jane when you keep my Audemars. I'm just tryna bar, jugging and finessing, chasing dollars. See, I'm just tryna feed my squad. I'm just tryna bar. Money talk so they don't speak at all. These broke boys left the place who live in large. They don't understand me, I'd rather stay on my lonely. Jugging and finessing, tryna stack up to a million. I just seen a judge with my bro.
Of course, with the number of people that we have seen succeed through the game of football from Ottawa, we're lucky to see that the community here has really grown. Here in the city, we're lucky to have a number of people not only at the NFL level with both Eli Ankou and Neville Gallimore, but we have guys in the CFL, we have guys at the NCAA Division I level, and we have guys on the come up that are even in the CIS here in Canada or playing high school football, whether it's here in Ottawa or in Clearwater with the Clearwater Knights. There's a lot of guys from Ottawa that are succeeding through the game of football. No matter what stage they're on, they're all very well respected here in the city, because there are guys like Neville Gallimore and Eli Ankou, or even Jesse Palmer and Christo Bilikidi, that have gone through that long journey from the city of Ottawa. And to see that there are still guys doing it from Ottawa, they have the utmost respect for these guys on the come up. And it's so beautiful to see here in the city of Ottawa that the community is really growing through the game of football.
It's like we always been underdogs, you know, and I say that proudly, believe it or not, because, you know, people always sleep on, especially Ottawa or like Canadians, you know. But in terms of Ottawa itself, I feel like that's where it's at. You know, I know I said that many times, but it's like we don't get as much recognition as we should, because then when we go down in the States to these university camps and so on, that's where people start recognizing, oh, where are you from? Oh, you from Canada? Oh, yeah. So it's like, sometimes you wish you had the buzz, but obviously, like, you know, it's gonna take time. You know, football wasn't like a primary sport. It's not primary sport in Canada, but it's getting there. You know, there's more and more people playing, more and more people, you know, making it big and so on. You know, putting it out for the city, for their own respective cities. So, yeah, I know one day, you know, people are gonna stop sleeping on us Canadians, obviously, and realize, you know, there's some ballers here.
Without these guys like Catley Joseph or Akeem Mesidor, these Eli Ankus and the Neville Gallimores that are really creating this huge community here in the city of Ottawa because of the way that they give back to the city, I don't think that without these guys, the city won't be able to perform on the football field like they are right now. We see it a lot now with guys coming back to the city of Ottawa through the great community that we have built. And that's something that we have here in the city of Ottawa. The guys that have gone that route to, whether it's the CFL with like Alex Mateus or Ettore Latanzio, or the NFL with Eli Anku or Neville Gallimore, we've really been lucky to see a number of people come back to the city of Ottawa, come back to their hometown, and give back to it. We even see it with guys like Sherrod Baltimore that are really helping these future generations and help them succeed for the future here in the city of Ottawa and build their platforms, not only as professional athletes, but to build their platforms here in the city of Ottawa.
It makes a huge difference, because all it takes for a kid is to see one person do it, right? Once a kid sees one person do it, whether it's a girl or guy, they see that, wow, this person has made it to that far. It gives them hope as well too, to be like, hey, I can be that person. And then that creates a culture now, right? It creates a culture, because now everyone's like, we all want to be at that level, right? And then it starts with myself. Maybe it's just one. I'm the only one that goes into the NFL. Now there's 2 other guys that go. Now there's 4, 8, and it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. So now to have the Red Blacks come back and do these things in the community, all you're doing is giving these kids hope, right? And once you give a kid hope, sky's the limit, right? Sky's the limit. Kids have such big imaginations. They just need that. They just need to follow the right person to make sure that that imagination becomes reality.
Trying to bring guys with me, and more or less I'm trying to influence people for them to know that they could do it too. You know what I mean? It's more like for them. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to uplift people, because I've been in a position in my life where nothing's going your way type of thing, and you always need that little boost, and I feel like I've been able with the community to be able to kind of uplift them.
Of course, with all the Ottawa natives that have gone through that successful route to, whether it's the CFL, the NFL, or maybe even a college league with the NCAA or the CIS, the amount of success that is coming in and out of the city of Ottawa with those guys is amazing. But another huge part here in the city of Ottawa, and one that has really been publicized a lot recently, is the Ottawa Red Blacks. Of course, without the 2020 CFL season, there wasn't much for these guys to do other than maybe coach and really put together a good resume for themselves here in the city of Ottawa. I know there's been a lot of guys throughout the years that have really helped. I know Alex Mateus, Ottawa native that is with the Ottawa Red Blacks, really helping these future kids, future generations succeed on the football field, helping give that extra push as a professional athlete, one that has made it to that stage, and really push these kids to be better on and off the football field as not only football players but people. And that's something this year with the pandemic, we've been able to see guys like Sherrod Baltimore, Jonathan Rose, Abdul Kane, and many more guys from the city of Ottawa, from the Ottawa Red Blacks. We even see like Antoine Pruneau. They're all star players on the field, but they're showing people that they're more than just athletes. They they're people, and they're very caring people. We're very lucky to have the Ottawa Red Blacks here in the community.
It was definitely cool. At first, I didn't really know much about the Ottawa Red Blacks, and when they first came in like 2014, even like 2015, I wasn't like I haven't been to a game, and like I wasn't avidly like going out to see the games. But then I remember once I started to see people that I knew playing for the team, like Brendan Galanders, he was Sir Wilfrid Laurier, he played there, and I trained with him actually. So when I saw him playing there, and then like you said, Sherrod, and like just plenty of guys entering the CFL. I know a lot of guys now that are in the CFL, and once I saw them playing at that stage, it was definitely eye-opening, and it was like, I remember I went to my first game in grade 12, great experience, and like after that it just like not only opened my eyes, but it brought a different type of perspective.
It's a blessing. Not every day you can have a pro tell you your mistakes, you know, because when you have a pro training with you, that's a pro. That's literally a professional. That's what you want to be. That's who you strive to be. His position is where you want to be in the future. So having that there is just a blessing, because you can't have that every day. Not everyone has that every day.
You know what? I feel like it's a beautiful thing because you see it and it's right there. You know what I mean? Whenever Sherrod comes around during the workouts, it's a beautiful thing because I feel like you see him and he's there and he's working right next to you, and it makes you understand that you can also make that happen. You know what I mean? That could also be me because it looks more like a reality. You know what I mean? When you see it, let's say let's say today, let's say Sherrod was there, he's going through drills, and I know that, oh, yo, this guy plays at the CFL level. You know what I mean? And I see him working every single day, day in and day out, and now I see what it takes for me to be at that level.
To see Sherrod do that, for one, that just shows you how much of a person Sherrod is. You know, how much of a heart he has, how much he just wants to see people win, how genuine he is, because he doesn't have to do it. I mean, he's not from here, but you can see like he doesn't, nothing that he does is forced. Everything he does is, you know, it comes from the heart, it comes from somewhere, it comes from the soul. So me coming back and seeing it with my eyes, you know, is something wonderful. I mean, when I was away, I was seeing on Instagram, I'll see you make videos for him, see you guys at the hockey games, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could do stuff like that. I wish I had a platform, you know, to be able to give back to the community like that. So what Sherrod's doing is great, and I hope, you know, like I said with Isaiah, and then like you said, Coach John, I hope people out here see this, not just the kids. I hope, you know, the community sees it, because it's big for players to come back and give back into the community. You see it, but you don't see it to, you know, the level that Sherrod's doing it. You don't see guys out there all the time like really hands-on, helping kids, you know, to get to the next level, teaching them, showing them, coaching them, mentoring them, like just being that light, just being that hope. You don't see that. A lot of guys, you know, they make it, they leave, and you know, they do their thing. Like, they just want to take care of their families. But what Sherrod's doing, you know, is a wonderful thing. I hope he continues to do it. I know he's going to continue to do it, and I'm just here to help and be, you know, another mentor along the way.
With the Ottawa Red Blacks back here in the city of Ottawa, it's been amazing to see what they've been able to do in the community. We see that their whole system for the Ottawa Red Blacks is to give back to the community here in Ottawa. The city of Ottawa really gives a lot to the Ottawa Red Blacks. We see it every home game. It's almost a sellout every week. And to see that the players on the field, the star players like Sherrod Baltimore, Jonathan Rose, Alex Mateus, Abdul Kane, Dominic Davis, they're all giving back to the community when they're done playing. They're all in the off-season, whether it's the off-season or maybe during this pandemic. It's been amazing to see that these guys are giving back to the city of Ottawa, and they're not only doing it with paid positions, they're here to help a lot, and it's amazing to see that they're growing their platform as well as growing the platform here in the city of Ottawa with some of the key components here in the city. We see Sherrod giving back with Coach Guillaume. We see Alex Mateus getting to know more of what Victor Tadondo has been doing at Gridiron Academy for the last while. And there's so many other football players that are either with the Red Blacks or with another team in the CFL that are really going through the system here in the city of Ottawa to give back. And it's amazing to see that they're giving back with some of the key components here in the city, because these coaches that are giving back now, they're only going to give back more, and the city of Ottawa is going to grow, and it's feeding off that energy that what Coach Guillaume is giving the city of Ottawa, what Victor is giving to his kids at Gridiron Academy. All these big name coaches are really going to make a mark on the city in the future, as they have been more recently.
Coach Jean has been a great aspect, a backbone to this community. He's done so much for the kids, on and off the field. You know what I'm saying? If it's taking them to camps, if it's feeding them at night a little money if they need it, you know what I'm saying? Help the family out on the field, pushing those kids, showing them discipline, skills, talents, reaching out to coaches and trying to get them recruited. I feel like he's a great role model, not just a coach in the community.
If there's one person I could say that, really helped me the most with my process, it would be Coach Vic, absolutely. I've been working out with Coach Vic since I was like 10, 11 years old, so he's been a huge part of my journey and my process, and he's really the one who's opened up so many doors for not only me, but many guys from Ottawa that train with the Gridiron Academy to, high schools down in the States, coaches, and D1 schools. So, through his program, through his leadership, through his, influence, I've been able to, be successful and follow the path that he set me on and showed me on that would, work. So I'm super thankful for everything he's done to me, and I owe him a lot of credit for where I'm at today, for sure.
It is a blessing to have guys like Coach Jean, because Coach Jean not only understands the culture of football, but he also has the resources to allow these kids to move on to the next level, which is the school, right? Because he's a teacher. And Coach Jean embraces the culture of football, because he's understood that for a long time, when he was playing as well too, that Ottawa, or Canada as a whole, has a lot of potential to become a football country. So for someone like myself, for someone like Coach Jean, teaching these guys how to properly play the game and love the game as well too, it's just a blessing for them. But then what that does is a domino effect, because now these kids, when they move on and they go however far they get to, they're going to just do the exact same thing. They're going to come back and teach the youth.
Well, so since I've been here in 16, a lot of people talk about him, train with him. Some of the young guys come to the game and he brings them to the game. So I met him a while back, but never really sat in on a session or seen him at work until these last couple years. And basically that's what my city is built of, guys like him. Like I come from Alabama, where there's not many opportunities just given, or even any opportunities offered at that. So a man like him going to take those kids with the talents, or maybe not the funds or transportation to do it, that shouldn't be an issue. So guys like him really keep the game going, because there's a lot of athletes that have got left out because financially they couldn't do it, or they just couldn't do it with their lifestyle. Their lifestyles just didn't add up to where they had the opportunity and the people around them to get them to where they needed to be to make the things happen. So he's one of those guys that's helping those guys get the exposure, get a chance to go to college, at least a start, because if you don't have a start, you can't even finish anything. So at least he's getting them started, getting them off the streets into a college, and then putting it into their hands as young men, make it happen. I got you here. Now it's your time to use your opportunity wisely. So I appreciate him for that.
Whenever the Ottawa Redblacks give back to the city of Ottawa, whether it's Sherrod Baltimore or Alex Mateus coaching a team, whether it's the St. Matthews Tigers or helping coach the Gridiron Academy, it's really great to see that the football gets better each time they come out. And that's something that we see here in the city of Ottawa. The football is only getting better, the talent's only getting better, the coaching's only getting better, everything's only getting better, and that's something that's exciting here in the city of Ottawa because of the amount of success that we've seen come out of the city of Ottawa already through the game of football. And the city's still growing. It's not even a football city right now. We have a lot of other sports being played here, and that's one thing that people should kind of watch out for, because Ottawa is next up and there's a lot of great football being played here now. Just look at what we're going to have in the future, and the future generations are going to be way more talented than we have right now because of the amazing support group that we have here in the city of Ottawa, and it's going to be exciting to see.
Honestly, to the little kids that are coming up, all I can really say is stay hungry and stay humble. If you stay hungry and you stay humble, the sky's the limit for you guys, 100%.
One of the things that I have found the most helpful for myself when I think past over the years what aspects have helped me improve on certain details or enjoy the process, or sometimes it's easy to forget that you should be enjoying the work or enjoying the sport when you're so focused on a specific goal. And the thing that I think about is how to enjoy the things that you enjoy and to try and learn the things that you might not enjoy. So for example, in football, I thoroughly enjoy lifting weights. I love working out. I love the training, the dieting. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic. And the aspect that I kind of struggled with and I had to learn how to improve was the physical aspect on the field. As much as I could learn the plays and the X's and O's, at the end of the day in football you still have to lower the helmet and lower the pads, and you have to get gritty and you have to get physical. So it was an aspect I had to learn how to get better at, and luckily when you're on the field and you got the pads and the helmet on, you don't have a choice. You have to stand your ground, and you do that long enough, you eventually get better at it. And so that was one thing that I just, I had to kind of put my head down, learn how to improve on it, and it's since become a very important piece of my game.
Of course, like I mentioned, the city of Ottawa, it's only growing in the game of football. We've only seen a little bit of what the city of Ottawa can be at the future, and we're really excited to see how the city of Ottawa gets better through the game of football. Of course, we've seen a number of people succeed through the game of football now, but just seeing what could become here in the future, it's exciting, and it's something that the whole world needs to know about. And to put out more publicity around the game of football here in the city of Ottawa, I'm teaming up with both Coach Guillaume and Sherrod Baltimore to put together more content about Ottawa football. In the new year, 2021, we're going to drop some more content about the city of Ottawa and the great football that is being played here in the city. We've seen the success through this documentary that a lot of people are recognizing what we have going on here in the city of Ottawa, and there's only more to show you guys, and I'm really excited to work on more projects with these guys. Both Coach Guillaume and Sherrod Baltimore have been a huge help here working on this documentary, and I can't thank them enough for it. I'm very looking forward to helping them put their platform on the top here in the city of Ottawa, and put Ottawa on the top as well, because Ottawa is only getting better with the game of football. Ottawa's next up, and it's about time that it gets shown.
I swear to God, we've been through rainy days and cloudy days. I know we thuggin', but I swear that we was better raised. Hard circumstances made a nigga change his ways. Man, I ain't no turning back till we in the maze. And I swear to God, yeah, my niggas like to act a fool. So far, you, man, I really go back to school. Cause my nigga Bull, that CB really toned on the tool. And he won't hesitate to put news. Swear to God, they had G-Buck and he was laying in a hospital. They had AB feeling like he was responsible. Now we circle around your block like the constable. And we turn